them titties. Hello, hello, hello. Bounce, bounce, bounce. You know what? I got a song in my heart. A song is in my heart. I said I got a song in my heart. Whenever you were bouncing like that, and I was like, it was taking me back to
what's your song?
To St. James Missionary Baptist Church. I feel like praising him. That's what I saw. I feel like praising him. Got to give them old Negroes, old Negro spirituals. Praise him in the morning. Yes. I'm back with my brother here with some church announcements today. And the people are acting the fool.
And yes. And we're going to need the saints' prayers while we on live. Pray for my reception that I can finish the live.
Let's pray that he can finish. And it seems like it might be a slight delay, but we will work through it. Well, thank you for joining the Parker's Couch and the Fashion Doll Quentin Ware. And you know what? I got a new subscriber today. Thank you, Matt. I'm shouting you out.
Stunning.
You know, isn't that a good feeling whenever you just look and you see a new subscriber? Where'd that come from?
Matt, I know it's not the Matt that you know already.
Not that Matt.
Oh, I was about to say, I know he ain't just now subscribed to your channel.
Oh, this is a white Matt. Hey,
don't give me no ammunition.
How you doing, Nay Ray? As the congregation is coming in, you know, make sure you do all the things, like, subscribe, share. My brother and I have a few announcements for you today. Now, Quentin, I didn't prepare any scriptures. I don't know if you have some scriptures for the people to go along with what we're talking about today.
Now, I was supposed to do a Bible study last night, but I was so frustrated with the retrograde and my horrible internet connection. I didn't even feel like struggling through. But I do have a scripture. This scripture more so pertains to Laverne Cox and her foolishness, but I'm sure it will apply to some others. Today we are going to be reading from James 2, 1 through 4, and I'm reading from the New International Version.
Okay.
Because you know sometimes the King James Version, the translation don't be
hitting. Yeah, it don't be hitting right.
Yes. So we're gonna read from this one. And this is based off Laverne. My brothers and sisters, believers in our glorious Lord Jesus Christ, must not show favoritism. Suppose a man comes into your meeting wearing a gold ring and fine clothes, and a poor man in filthy old clothes also comes in. If you show special attention to the man wearing fine clothes and say, here's a good seat for you, but say to the poor man, you stand there or sit on the floor by my feet, have you not discriminated against yourselves and become judges with evil thoughts?
Message.
Are you picking up what I'm putting down?
I'm picking up what you're putting down right there, because she thought she had the bold and the beautiful, honey, and she just I
And
watched
you,
that whole Olay and Friends, and we would get there, get into it, and yes, I was like, oh, she was really in this thing. Uh-oh. Did I lose you? Uh-oh. I don't hear anything. I don't hear you. Now we lost our brother already. See, Satan, the devil is busy, and the devil is a lie. So let me tell you, don't listen to the devil. All right. He's going to try to rain on your parade. He's going to try to bring you down. But joy always comes in the morning. And right now, joy is going to come in a few minutes because I'm sure my brother's going to go to his phone instead of using his iPad. He's been having the demons in his internet connection. Now, y'all know I normally have the demons in my internet connection, but now it is going to be my brother who is facing his. And I think he is resigned. Oh, wait, no, you might not be on your phone. You on your?
I'm back on the phone.
Oh, but it's like full screen. Okay. But that's but you're coming in loud and clear. Better, we're here together. So this is what's meant to be. He'll
Like
make a way out of no
TLC.
way. Won't he do it?
Like TLC. It's meant to be. Okay.
Okay. Good evening, Halpin. Hallelujah. Now that was a message. Y'all go back off the top, listen to the scripture my brother shared there in James. What was the chapter and verse?
It was James 2, 1 through 4.
1 through
James
4.
chapter 2, 1 through 4. And I chose that scripture because I think that Laverne Cox is doing some discrimination. And I also think that she holds a certain group to a higher regard than she does her own group. So that's why I chose that scripture.
Amen. All right. And we're going to get to Laverne. But first, y'all, we got to start with Beyonce. Can we start off here, brother? And all this foolishness going on now. And you know what? That's scripture. Because this controversy first starts with Sydney Sweeney. And there might be a lesson in there too of holding someone in higher regard and how they do it. There might be that it might be applicable here as well. But you brought to our attention. I'm gonna pull up first. We're gonna start off with Mr. Piers Morgan, and what he had to say before we backtrack a little bit with more of this story here.
Starting
Piers Morgan had the audacity to say today, as Beyonce, you know, we seen the photo that she posted or that she has out with her in her Levi's. Piers Morgan accuses Beyonce of cultural appropriation for her Levi's campaign. Very disappointed to see Beyonce culturally appropriate Marilyn Monroe in her new Levi's ad. Huh? Appropriate who?
Kim, I have a question
Yes.
because you just said appropriate who. So, and let's look up. Could you? Because I can't share my screen. Could you look up what the definition of cultural appropriation is?
You know what?
Can we start there?
That is a great idea. So the dictionary. What is cultural appropriation? And this is from Britannica. Let's see what it says. Cultural appropriation takes place when members of a majority group adopt cultural elements of a minority group in an exploitive, disrespectful, or stereotypical way. To fully understand its consequences, though, we need to make sure that we have a working definition of culture itself.
Thank you, brother. I wanted you to read that because just first off, sometimes I don't think people literally don't even know what the definition of something is. So let's start off with that. And two, white people should be the last people speaking on cultural appropriation, if you ask me. Because no matter where you are in the world, I think worldwide, people know about white culture no matter what sector of the world it's in. People know about white culture more than anything, specifically white Western culture. Two, well, three, as someone with blonde hair, I know white people think that they have a monopoly on blonde hair. Most people with blonde hair are bleaching it, no matter what their race or skin color is. No bitch is walking around with platinum blonde hair growing out their head. Almost like it's almost like a percentage. Most people do not have blonde hair. So I want to know what culture is she appropriating? Because it ain't white culture. Is it the culture of being blonde? It's not white culture because being blonde is not synonymous with being white. Y'all want it to be, but anybody could pay and be blonde. So that don't make sense.
That is the $1,000,000 question of the day. What culture is she appropriating? What culture did Marilyn Monroe have? I'm sorry, we love our white audience and, we glad for the support. But I'm sorry, where does your culture come from? More times than not,
Black people.
us.
What was Marilyn Monroe shaped like? Was she shaped like a frail white waif? She was not. She was shaped like a shapely black woman. But oh, okay,
I
got
tell
it.
it. Look at
What?
that. Not
Oh, I
the
got
question.
another question, brother.
Yes.
What color was Marilyn Monroe? Wait, if there were snow people at home, what's Marilyn Monroe's real name? And what's her real hair color?
Oh,
Because it ain't blonde.
oh. It's not blonde. Definitely not that.
last,
The good
last
old
time I
what was it,
checked,
like Norma Jean or something like that? What was her name?
yes, you got it. You got it. Last time I checked, Marilyn Monroe's name was Norma Jean, and that lady was a brunette. So she also bought into the culture of being blonde. Because it's not a culture. Anybody could be blonde. Because nobody is fucking blonde. No grown people walking around with lily white hair. It just don't happen. Even if you live in fucking Sweden. Them bitches, more times than not, they have bleached their hair. So next time white people want to say that black people are appropriating, and white people do this shit all the time. Even Nicki Minaj tried to say when black women wear hair weave that they're trying to appropriate white women. No, they're not. Black women with hair weave hair don't never look like white women because white women hair be stringy and wet and
Talk
don't
about it.
even be combed.
Talk about it. The nerve, the audacity, the thing that the queen herself is trying to be some damn Marilyn Monroe. You have got to be kidding me. You have like what? But brother, they find, and I'm gonna back it up to Megyn Kelly because I don't think you saw what Megyn Kelly had to say.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, I know you're gonna want to snatch her wig after this. After you see what she had
And
to
what color? And what color is Megan Kelly's wig?
do. Blind.
Am I appropriating white culture because I'm sitting in my house with platinum blonde hair? Is anybody confused on my ethnicity because my hair blonde?
That part.
Oh,
But they keep coming, and you know what? And they come hard at Beyonce too, talking about she's bleaching her skin. I don't know if you see all of them talk about that and that she's looking whiter and whiter. And then it's like, oh, she want to be a white woman. That's like they come at her so hard. Hey, Philly, how you doing? Long time.
Cam, even with that, as a long-time Beehive member, people have been accusing Beyonce of bleaching for years. And the gag is when she was a model for L'Oreal, either L'Oreal or the photographer, somebody whole admitted to actually lightening her skin. They did it. She does not do it, but yes, they admitted to lightening her skin. But don't nobody bring that up. That the white ass company L'Oreal did it. But they just want to keep saying that this is what Beyonce do. Got it.
Got it. All right. So I'm not gonna give the payoff right now above what Megan Kelly said right here. But if people know how all of this kind of started, and this has really become a Republican versus Democrat thing, which is very weird. But with Sydney Sweeney, with the first post, and hers was with American Eagle, was it?
Correct.
Yes.
I think it's airy to be yes, one or the other. It's an American Eagle brand. Yes.
And so they made a post with her, and they have the statement: Sydney Sweeney has good genes.
Mm-hmm.
Now that rubs some people the wrong way because they like,
Yes.
okay, that double meaning. What you trying to say? Good genes is blonde hair, blue eyes, fair skin, white woman. That's
Mm-hmm.
what genes are. Now, from a marketing perspective, I'm sorry, I gotta say, it's pretty brilliant of American Eagle to do that. Get the people talking. You get out here, you get it seen. You know what it's like. But people started digging into Sydney Sweeney's voting history and found out she's a Trump supporter.
Mm-hmm. Or
And that
her
just
family is one of the two.
yes, and it made everything really balloon. Here is what now I'm gonna scroll up so y'all can see what Megan Kelly had to say about this post. She goes, "This
But
is the
before we read, before
yes,
you, oh, sorry.
go ahead."
I just wanted to add this piece. In addition to that, with Sydney Sweeney, this commercial was also paying homage to Brooke Shields' Calvin Klein ads from years ago because she said the same
Man,
thing. She said something
yes.
about having good genes, but that also was a different time, and we are a little more conscious of things now. So I just want to add that piece.
But they got rid of DEI and caring about all this stuff, so they don't have no cultural sensitivity people working up in them offices anymore. This
Exactly.
is the importance. But it said Megan Kelly says this is the opposite of the Sydney Sweeney ad. Quite clearly, there is nothing natural about Beyonce. Everything from her image to her fame to her success to her look below is bought and paid for. Screams artificial, fake, enhance, trying too hard.
This just goes back to what I just fucking said. Everybody is buying. If you're blind, you bought it. You paid for it. And this is why when white people, I have had white people come up to me in real life and ask me, "How did you get your hair blonde?" And my response is the same way you got yours. We all are using hair bleach.
Ah, that's right. That's right. Philly said, if her looks are brought, she can afford them. Amen. She sure could. She sure can. But Megan
But
Kelly's just butt hurt too all over the Cowboy Carter tour. And
mm,
Beyonce dragged her in the tour because she had so much to say about her doing country music in the first place. They just have a hard on for Beyonce so bad. Like the jealousy just like oozes out.
can I ask you another question, brother?
Yes.
Um, Beyonce is paying homage to a lot of well-known country artists, but one of the biggest country artists that she is paying homage to and even covered her song is Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
Now, Megan Kelly just said all these things about how Beyonce is so fake. So do you understand why I'm confused? Because she paying homage to Dolly Parton. So and I don't hear people say this about Dolly Parton. So can you tell? Are you confused like I am?
I'm very confused.
Dolly Parton gets wear a wig every day, got big fake titties. She dressed like a costume, but that's okay
Working
because she
9 to
white.
5, baby. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Got it.
I At this point, it's just more and more just unbelievable the things that they just pull out of nowhere. I Do these people actually think they're making sense?
Isn't Megan Kelly the Me Too lady? Isn't the movie Bombshell about Megan Kelly and the group of women that was being
Part of
okay?
it. Mm-hmm.
So, this is she is exactly why so many black women don't buy into any form of feminism because these bitches only understand something when it's there. Like I just don't get how anything about this makes sense. She's fake. She's appropriating. What about Beyonce is fake other than this hair? We don't know nothing about anything on her body being fake.
I'm just so one
Didn't
comment
Britney
is
didn't
oh
Britney
so,
Spears walk around with bald wigs on every day too?
uh-huh.
Okay.
Your girl says so Sabrina Carpenter must be appropriating too. Okay, got it.
Right. Sabrina Carpenter just had Earth, Wind, and Fire come and perform with her at Lollapalooza, so she was appropriating black culture because she had some black people come perform with her. Like, shut the fuck up. You bitches appropriate everybody fucking culture. When white people fucking have weddings in the Indian theme, that's fucking appropriation. And I also wanted to add, as soon as you read the definition, the other piece that these dumb hoes forgetting, it's a problem when someone who is the majority is doing this to
Majority.
someone who is the minority.
They
White
can't
people are not the minority.
they do not have that nuance or something about them won't allow them to understand that certain things are like you are the majority. Certain things are geared towards you because you're the good. It doesn't work both ways.
They
This is not a both
understand.
side situation.
They understand this is what they do on purpose. Because these are the same people that white men will go and say, but this is not inclusive. I'm in a space with gay people, but you're not letting, like, they know what they do. You go out of your way. They think everything is supposed to be for them and about them. And then if it's not, it's a problem. They know, they understand. That's
Yes.
why they be getting their ass whooped. And I don't have anything. Whoop their ass some more.
Philly said Dolly knows where her bread is buttered. Whitney made Dolly millions of dollars. I will always love you. Dolly gladly approved Beyonce redoing Jolene because she knows Bay's edition is a cash cow. Yeah, you ain't
And
the Dolly ain't got no issue. Absolutely
Dolly,
not.
Dolly said she wanted to perform the song at the Grammys with the lady. So I don't know how y'all more upset than the lady than this lady is.
The people are this country album. I knew it. I thought it really pissed people off in the beginning, which it did. We saw all the foolishness in the beginning when it was coming out. But there's been like a reprise since she's done so amazingly well on this tour and has broken records. And what is the only person to have like what back to back or two tours over 400 or something million or whatever it is, the figure. Like they cannot take it at all.
At all. At all. This is totally off topic but still related. The dispensary that I go into, they are so nice to me. I literally feel like Beyonce when I walk in. Like literally when I walk in the dispensary, they go, "Oh my God, what do you have on today? What's your new bag? What's your new charm?" Almost all the people. The only people that don't do that to me, it's about two or three white gays that work in this dispensary. I have made a point to look at them Girl, they had their face balled up. They don't speak to me like everybody else do. It be white women that will speak to me and be so friendly. I even know the people name. The white men be sitting with their face balled the fuck up. And I told my mama today they had a face balled up because white men want everything to be about them, but they don't want to make any effort on anything. You want to be the center of attention, but you want to look like garbage at the same time. And it just
Oh,
does not work that way. You can't give the least amount of effort and get the most gain. That it don't work that way. Taylor Swift, it don't work that way. Beyonce put in effort in everything, as
absolutely.
most black people do.
Absolutely. This is so upsetting. If you're just joining us, we're going off on the foolishness that they're trying to do to our sister Beyonce, accusing Piers Morgan, accusing her of cultural appropriation to Marilyn Monroe. Doesn't even make sense definition wise, as we just proved and showed there. And then Megan Kelly talking all that foolishness. Everything is bought and paid for. Her fame, her success. They just try to take so many digs, but the woman is stunning and she pays you dust and just gets back at you in her sold out concerts in front of millions of people.
Before we move on, I just want to add when Piers Morgan had a show in the US, he couldn't wait to book Beyonce when Four came out. I remember my sister going on his show in her orange dress with her big blonde hair curly blown out. You
On
had no
Piers show?
problem. Oh,
On
Piers
Piers
Morgan,
show?
she sure was. Yes. You had no problem with her coming on your show to get your ugly ass some ratings. But now you got stuff to say. I wish she never stepped foot on your motherfucking show, bitch. Send her a check for the ratings and the money you get for her coming on there. Since you got so much to say,
So
ugly
much to say.
bitch.
Philly.
Mm-mm.
Philly says, I'm not even a Beyonce fan and I'm side eyeing the overtly racist MFers. No shade, Q. Who ain't no Beyonce fan, Philly? We got to work on that one. But we got to let it slide. We got to let it slide today. It's bigger fish to fry.
I told my mama this today. Y'all gonna stop saying that y'all not a fan of one of the only black people that give a fuck about any black people. Most of these artists don't care anything about what any of us going through. Don't educate you on nothing. They don't even know themselves. Y'all need to stop saying that she about the only person that give a fuck about black, gay, trans, all of the above.
Uh. My
We see
brother.
what Laverne, how Laverne feels, and she fucking trans.
Speaking of which, we're moving on who the scripture reading was inspired by today. Miss Laverne Cox, she appeared on Olay and Friends podcast to discuss the viral clip of her talking about the relationship with the white MAGA cop. Now, brother, I finished the whole 2 hour and whatever 20-something minute thing today. I finished it up. I want to give Laverne one flower.
Ooh.
Okay. I'm gonna give her one flower in this whole thing. I did think for her to get up there, because they wasn't holding back. A lot of them, some of them on her and going. And for her to like come on the podcast and know that they about to go in on her and read her, and for her to kind of sit there and take it and not really be defensive and all those things, I'm gonna give her that flower. Now, what she was saying, some stuff just wasn't still making sense to me, even though how she was explaining it and how it was at the time, and we could get into that. But that's the one flower I'm gonna give her for sitting up on here for 2.5 hours and going through it.
I actually will agree with you. I will agree with you. She was not super defensive, and yeah, I just leave it at that. I agree.
So after watching this, brother,
I just want you to see this is a full page of notes, and I had started going on the second page. I was
Wait,
so
hold up.
serious.
I gotta pull that up for the people. Go ahead and pull it. Well, I'm gonna let you get this off, brother. I'm gonna let you get this off. Wherever you
Okay,
want to start.
I'm okay. Okay, I want to start this up. You know why this really bothered me? The lady Olay, she brought this up to make it a broad thing, and she was like, "I'm going to give Laverne grace because Laverne is trans, and I'm not a part of the trans community, and I guess like saying like I don't know the trans experience. I know that the options for trans women might be fewer than other people. Agreed, it probably is, but." When Laverne kept acting like she was so naive and didn't understand what this could mean, or like she didn't understand how this situation or relationship would end up, what the outcome would be, I always go back to history because people love to argue opinion, so that's fine, but what you can't do is argue what the fuck that happened already. So
Yeah.
black people being with their oppressor is literally nothing new. Most black people in America are probably mixed because we were slaves, and the slave owners would have kids with slaves all up and through America. Everybody know this. Nothing is new about this. So for her to keep talking about this, it just made me think, you sound silly, man. You are 53 years old. What did you... So I
53.
looked up a person, so to give y'all somebody specific for the dumb hoes at home that act like, because even the trans girls was still giving her grace, like, oh, I understand. I have been with conservative men too. For you to be trans and not ask a man their politics is absolutely ridiculous to me. So I want
Say
everyone
that
who
again.
hears my
Say
voice,
that again.
absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. If you are black, if you are a woman, if you are gay, if you are trans, if you are any sort of marginalized person, if talking to someone who is against your rights does not make you mad, you need to go sit down and figure out how the world works. Because clearly you don't get how things work. But I want everybody to go look up the life of Sally Hemings, who was Thomas Jefferson's concubine. And then this the last thing I'm gonna say. I'm gonna give it to you. We are living in a time where she Laverne wanted to say something about bringing up this man being conservative. You're dehumanizing him. These people have dehumanized trans people and have taken y'all rights away and act like y'all don't exist. This sounds familiar to me. I also remember that during slavery, black people were not considered people. We were property. There's a whole part of the Constitution called the Three-Fifths Compromise. So again, if you a dumb hoe and you never heard of it at home, go look it up. We were considered three-fifths a person. Don't that sound familiar? So you cannot tell me
Yeah.
that anybody think that this sounds like a good idea. And I'm done. You got it.
Yes, brother. You know what?
No,
What
no, man.
what got on my nerves is that Laverne really tried to play in our face because Laverne is a smart woman and is politically astute. Like she is involved. She knows. And for her to sit up there and be like, oh, whenever I would spend time with him, honestly, I would throw politics and everything away. This was our safe space. We even had rules about talking about politics and stuff about, not to do too much here and there. Huh? Like, in what world does that make sense? Like, you cannot, especially the time we're in, especially being a trans woman. Like, I'm nowhere near the level of trans women discrimination, and we face enough of it on our own. You can't just like pull that off, take that off, whenever you was in the room with the opposition, someone who was literally voting against you. I was so glad that girl Hope did not let her. She did
Same,
not let up, and she just let
same.
her know you just care more about that dick than anything else.
Yes, yes,
That's I need people to this fascination with being in love and having somebody. Sometimes with some it can go to extreme limits, and this is a case like where you
yes.
totally just
Have lost your fucking mind.
lost your mind, just like throw away all your values, all these things just for some dick. Just because somebody is like treating you, I guess not, but is he really treating her nice? Because he's lying to you. He lied to you about his profession. He lied to you about this and that. And then whenever he told you, it seemed like there were some questionable things along the way with conversations y'all had.
Yes.
Like I don't like what was you want to be desired that badly? The question is, and they was getting into it, and it might be, is it the desire though? Would she have made those sacrifices so as much for a black man
She
than a
would
white?
not. She wouldn't.
There's something in that desirability politics right there that people need to unpack and really sit with. Um,
Hmm.
about how you would put up with so much from others than your own.
Brother, would you mind Googling? I don't think we could find a picture of the MAGA boyfriend, but her previous boyfriend before him was also a white man. Would you mind Googling a picture of him? There's numerous pictures of them together.
We
Before he pulls it up to the audience, during the live, the non-binary person, I think their name was Deshaun, they were talking about desirability politics. And they were just trying to skip around it. But they basically were just saying, I think you prefer, you desire, you want to be with white men. And you
yeah, they were so scared to just say it.
yeah, but it's very clear. And then she made a point to say, so should I? They were like, I'm sure there have been other people that you could have been with, but you just didn't weren't attracted to them. And then she goes, well, is it bad if I don't want to be with a nerdy guy? Look at this man. What
uh,
is he?
I didn't. What is he?
Look at the picture with him with the fucking mohawk.
That's
So
definitely
what?
nerdy guy.
So again, mess me with all of that. You just want to be with a white man. And that's just it. That's all. You don't want to be with a nerdy black man. They didn't. She didn't get into what kind of black man she like. I will guarantee you have to be a very specific looking black man for her to like them. You probably got to have a six pack and got a body. I have heard numerous black people say it without saying it. You have to be top notch if I'm going to be with someone black, but if I'm going to be with someone white, you could be Roseanne or whatever the male version of Roseanne is. I guess her husband. Like you mess me with it. They will accept anything from a white person, but if you're black, you have to be impeccable. You ain't impeccable, bitch. Your wigs don't be together every day. I cannot from her 53-year-old ass.
I just need
Bye.
people to be honest. Just
Be
be
honest.
honest. And she up there talking about, well, I my first person I slept with was a black man, and I've
Kept
slept with
talking about sex.
yes. She just kept talking about sex and stuff. Talking about I've been in situationships. Like I didn't like what I also didn't like that was bugging me. Because yes, we know about the homophobia and transphobia that exists within our community. But it's not just our community, number one. And it was just like making it like this extra thing, like it's impossible to be with somebody that is black because they're just gonna kill you or treat you like I didn't like how that just kept being alluded to, like black men would kill you. I was like, huh?
Yes. Yes.
And I understand like now trust me when I say this, I understand that there is a lot of security issues when it comes to being trans, and there are a lot
Hmm.
of issues with people in general. But I don't know. I just because the girl Hope there, she was like she's married to her black man. So it can be done. They just made it seem like so impossible.
One, okay, I have two more things I want to comment on with her. One of the girls said, "You doing this," and I agree with them. And I want to make this broader because I don't want straight people or cis people at home to think that they ass getting off scot free either. Because a lot
Okay.
of you bitches watching at home do the same shit, and we about to get into it briefly. One of the girls said, "If you have to do this, if Laverne Cox, that's rich and that be on TV and all of this, if you have to do this." Now, what do you think that they're saying to the regular trans girls who barely could get a job and all these other things? And that piece I agree with. And to that point, I think to a certain extent, how trans women have to live today may be similar to how cis women lived in the 30s and 20s and whatever when they couldn't work and make their own money. I can see a trans woman having a similar experience and wanting to make sure they could get married and partner because you can't make a living for yourself. But that's for a regular trans person, not fucking Laverne Cox. But to that point, I felt the exact same way when Nicki Minaj, who is the queen of rap, who rich like this, went and married someone who is a pedophile and murdered somebody who can't even take her child to school. Because if you're doing that, I said the same thing. If you're doing that, Nicki Minaj, what do you think that's saying to your female fan? Any fan, really? They gonna go get a hood nigga too. That's putting their life in danger. So they could get shot up in the bed like Breonna Taylor. And I know
Okay.
Breonna Taylor wasn't with a drug man, but I'm just saying, like, mm-mm.
No, I get you, and it's like, and I get, yeah, it's like on that one hand, like you saying, I get it, I get all those issues, I get all that right there, but at some point too, as people in general, trans and beyond, you I understand it might be a little bit different with the trans world because of representation and what you see out there, and then it's different levels of surgery and who quote unquote pass and all these things. So it's some
Mm-hmm.
different nuances. I'm not negating those nuances, but we got to stop looking at celebrity as like the answer. If this could happen to Laverne, if Laverne, then what about
Um,
like Laverne is just a regular ass person like the rest of us who is making dumbass mistakes. And just tell yourself, I'm not going to be a dummy like Laverne Cox and not going to go against my values.
yes,
I
yes,
don't, yeah, just stop. We got to be careful about how we just hold people up.
I agree. And
Um,
I also, oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Real quick, Philly asked the question, when are you recapping Project Runway? Philly, that's why you got to be on that notification. It's a good time to remind the people,
You need
Quentin.
to ring that bell. You need to hit the notification bell. Make sure you are subscribed to both channels. And everybody that hears my voice, you better have hit that like button. If you're watching and you haven't hit the like button, I want you to tell me in the chat why. Is it because my hair blonde and you jealous and you want me to come do yours so you too could be fabulous like me and Beyonce?
Philly, we recapped it on Monday. We recapped it on Monday, so it would be Mondays going forward that we're recapping on Project Runway.
I have intel. I'm actually going to. I can't remember what bar it's at, but I'm going to a watch party tomorrow to watch
Oh,
Project Runway live, and Utica will be there. So I'm gonna
I'm
see if I can ask a question, and of
coming.
course I'm gonna plug our show, honey. So maybe I can make something happen, honey. But I'm going tomorrow.
Yes. Pull out that recorder so we can play it on the show too.
Okay.
Oh, Philly wanted to let us know. I'm subscribed. I've been busy with mom. Oh, she's been in
Oh, okay.
that Philly.
Now we give
Real
you,
talk.
and
Yes.
yes, we sorry to hear that. We send prayers to mother. Yes, mother.
But for the rest of y'all, take the message.
Yes.
Oh, where are we now with Miss Laverne? Any other avenue to explore here?
I just wanted to add my own, and I'm gonna make it super brief. My own personal experience. Uh, I do think people can stop and reflect and change because I did it myself. It was so easy. When I first started, I didn't start dating until I graduated high school and was in college. I went to art school. When I first came out, I did not like feminine men. I don't feel that way today, but at that time, I did not really like feminine men. I kind of like more masculine men. And most of the black guys that I went to school with or that I would be around, if I knew that they were gay, they were very flamboyant. And I did not like that at the time. So because of that, or even on dating apps and stuff too. I don't know. I and I had to do some unlearning and grow up and be in the community more, and I got out of that. I started being around more gay people in general, and then I was like, oh, it's there are there are all types of gay men, like it's a spectrum. But then as I've gotten older, I don't even care about the how feminine you are, or I could date a man that presents just like I do. Now I like a man that's thicker than me. But aside from that, we both could be in the mirror putting on our eyeliner. That wouldn't bother me. But I
Uh-huh.
think once I became a fan of drag and all of these things, and I grew up in church and unlearned that stuff, I don't even feel the same. I prefer a black man. I don't even really want to entertain the other men, to be honest. I dated one white man seriously during the same time Laverne ass did. It was not 2019 going into 2020. That shit lasted about 6 months. We talked about politics immediately. You, my friend, I'm not a person. If we talking about music, anything, everything has the capacity to be political to me. If it just does. We would be watching Drag Race. I remember one time I asked him, I said, "Do you not like black women?" Why you ask me that? I said, "Because every time we're watching Drag Race, you don't ever like any of the black drag queens. You always have so much critique. And most of them be stunning. So I don't even understand what you see." He had stuff that he would say about Beyonce. I started noticing, you don't like black women. We talked about voting. Oh, I just don't vote. I ain't like that. I found out his best friend was a Trump supporter. I met this bitch. She brought up, we talked about the Super Bowl. She brought up the kids being in cages. I said, "Would you want your child to be in the damn cage?" So I wasn't being this passive person and letting this man talk to me. And that's really why we broke up. I was like, "Oh no, this a rap. Like you older than me. You don't know how to act." He would be using the T word for the trans girls. So I know how to be a fucking ally and stand up for what's right. Fuck a man.
Yeah.
Y'all got to stand up for something. If you can't stand for something, you will fall for anything.
Preach, brother. And that's why I'm not buying everything Laverne is saying. I don't she is too smart. And she knows too much. Like you said, she's 53. So like this game. She just I think what happened, in my opinion, is she thought this was gonna be a funny haha to get people to come see her show, and she wasn't thinking nothing more of it. It was like, oh, this would gag the girls. I had MAGA in my life before, and da 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 da. Without thinking about the time that I don't so clunky.
How could you not?
I see why her management was pissed at her. Why everybody was pissed at her for doing this, like because the way that she rolled it out, and then even the follow up to it was just made everything worse. Just
Reposting that weird black guy that was giving statistics basically on why you shouldn't date black men. Like, what is wrong with you?
yeah, like I don't. I don't know what was going on in her thinking in this, but you know what? I do want to give space for people. Everybody can make mistakes and learn from them and things like that. And I just think in this case, it doesn't follow that same formula. Like she knew everything she was doing.
She too old.
You know me?
Like Kim, the story I just told you about me, this is while I was in college. I'm 19,
Yes,
20, 21, 22.
yes.
Okay.
Figuring it
Bitch, you
out.
48.
Right. I'm thinking about me and someone who came out much like later in life and working through that and all that internal homophobia I had to overcome, all this stuff. If it, like all that stuff, all that's work, years of learning, making those
And that's
mistakes,
most gay people
doing
have to
things.
do that.
Yes, girl. At that age, you have everything worked out. At this point, like, how are you feeling at this? Like, you just wanted dick from that man.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
all it was. Simple as that.
But as we wrap up on her, Ashanti, you just wanted dick. Nikki, you just wanted dick. It's a lot of bitches that just want some dick. It's a lot of bitches that's with men that voted for Trump. And if you get pregnant
Uh-huh.
today and you have an ectopic pregnancy, you might be dead. But that's who
Uh-huh.
you laying next to. So this ain't just her, it's a lot of bitches doing it. If that makes sense to you and people actively are taking your rights away, then have that is this.
And I like how somebody brought up too in the conversation, like it's not just a trans thing, like you
Mhm.
said earlier, because it's cis people out there too, some cis women out there just with men who hate women, like literally and stuff, and y'all ride for them out there.
The women who married to men that you couldn't pay them to vote for Kamala. You
Okay.
too need to take some inventory because you about doing the same shit
Absolutely. And we know it's through all spectrums. And don't get it, we talk about our community all the time. So we
all the time.
we
So
need to
this ain't got nothing to do with the trans girls. If anybody did it, this is universal.
Bree asked an interesting question. Is Laverne trying to get a certain movie or movies? Is there something in the industry she wants that has her saying these things? Child, you never know. The inner word Laverne, Laverne is somebody I think now at this point, she's gonna do what she needs to do to be in the space somewhere and to keep a coin, to stay on that carpet interviewing, to be the go-to girl in the things like Laverne is a household name. So after this situation, I don't put nothing past her.
For me, I'm putting Laverne right with Nelly and Snoop Dogg. You literally did the same thing. It's
Oh,
actually worse.
that's a good
You didn't
comparison.
even get paid. You didn't even get any money. You did this for dick and to have a nigga in your face every day. And sold out not only black people, but your own trans community. Who they just took y'all they don't have bathrooms for the girls no more. Like all these things. Your friends that perform in drag probably can't even it's affecting their jobs. Peppermint. But you did this for Dick. She's right with Nelly and Snoop Dogg them for me. I'm done with her. I don't have nothing else to say about her ass.
We done. We done. Well, you know what? This is it in the title, but maybe it's a good transition to it since we're kind of talking about like Trump and all this stuff. And as far as the girls, there was some little controversy with Miss Candy and Todd Chrisley.
So we don't throw Nene in there too.
Yes, I was gonna get you to introduce this because you got a whole thing you want to say about this brother.
Okay. Now girls, friends, brother girls in our chat, this came up today, and I saw Candy had interviewed Todd Chrisley, and I don't follow him, but I was just going off of booty chatter or things I thought I saw on social media or in the media or whatever. So I was confused while she was interviewing him. I have had an I ain't never liked Todd Chrisley for one, because I think he a down low gay man, and I don't have time for that.
You
But
ain't,
two,
you ain't gotta think that. That's
uh,
pretty much that, honey.
and then they was talking. She asked him if he had sex with some man in the interview, and he didn't even say. He didn't even. At no point did he say, "I don't have sex with me." And so I was confused, and I thought that him and his family were Trump supporters. I could be wrong. I got more intel that we know for sure the daughter is. I guess we don't know for sure if
Oh,
he is.
oh, I didn't know y'all was discussing that. I can confirm that. He
Oh,
was at the Republican National Convention in 2024 supporting Trump
okay.
out there. Like he's a vocal
I
Trump
I
supporter.
I thought him and his wife was, but I just, I
Yeah.
don't like to say give a concrete answer on stuff if I'm not sure, because I don't follow them to know stuff, whether it's true or not. So I was confused on that. But then we also saw Nene was interviewing Erica Mena, and I saw some of the girls would like roll their eyes at that. So to be fair, I think it's both giving a similar energy. Erica Mena is problematic. She says some very problematic and colorist things towards Spice and just black women in general. So I think this just is a broader topic that if you are going to bring somebody problematic onto your platform, you need to discuss in some capacity what they're problematic for. I don't think that you could bring them on your show and just skip over that altogether. And Nene also did this with Latasha Scott, in my opinion.
Brother, I had to come in and give you an amen, a backup, a ditto on this one. I totally agree. And specifically, now, like, I don't have a problem with the person coming on the platform necessarily and do that as long as you handle it right. Like, if
Hmm.
you're going to do some things like that, but we are definitely going to talk about what's going on right now. Like what's going on right now is just too much, especially politically. And if you are a Trump supporter out there and doing these things, like you got to address some of this stuff. You have to.
Yes.
And I didn't like the way Todd and his wife, after they got out, the way they were talking about like being in prison and just on their podcast, everything has been kind of like just a little jokey joke and like it's just really like playing in our faces with the rich folks out here. So I probably wouldn't have had him on personally on mine because I don't know if that's Candy's lane to really have that nuance of addressing that. And I don't think that's what she really wants to go down and do that. But I know she's talked about them being friends and things before and stuff through the years. And so that's why. So I didn't watch it. So I
Me
can't speak
either.
on it too much because I don't know what was necessarily said and all like that. So maybe she does bring up something. Who knows? But the Nene factor, child, we ain't gonna get that out of Nene either. It ain't
Mm-mm.
gonna happen. But I totally agree. If you are gonna do this thing, if you're gonna do this job and have certain guests, you got to, especially when something is very controversial and very impactful to the current state of the world, you got to loop that in some kind of way.
Hmm. I don't know if you watch Z Way.
Yes.
I think Z Way is
Brilliant.
excellent.
He is brilliant at doing that. Yes.
Yes. Like she
Absolutely.
needs to be studied. You're
Yeah.
even if you're not problematic, she just had Jinx Monsoon on there. She still gonna check you and like make sure like I'm gonna say something to see if you're gonna give me a dumb response. I'm just testing the waters. I love her. Like
Yeah.
you're not coming on her show just to promote your shit. You gonna talk about the dumb shit you was doing too.
You need girls like her. You need a Terry Joe out there, honey. Or somebody in
Yes.
these people because they would get the people together.
Nene, we need to send Nene an email. Cause honey, if you don't want to do it, you can have a segment. You can Skype us in. I will ask the questions. I don't care nothing about the girls being mad at me. I don't want to be their friend. Now, what was said? Oh, and I also wanted to say to what you said about when he made his comments. It made me go. It made me do my Nene face when he was like, "Oh, I didn't realize how they treated black men in jail." Huh?
Huh?
Do you not hear what black people been saying? Did you not hear what Bill Clinton and them was doing when he was in office? The people making money off. This what we be talking about. We be listening because y'all don't care. But now, because you went to jail, now you can care. No, I ain't want to hear that. You're too old to be talking about you didn't know that this was a thing. Girl, bye.
And Bree said, even if you loop in their BS, is it worth it to have them on the show? I don't think so. I just wouldn't have had them as a
No.
guest. To be honest, like I just think it was a bad choice as a guest. But that's my personal opinion.
If you're gonna be like Z-Way, when Z-Way has problematic people on, you are the joke. She's
Yes,
bringing you on because you're the
yes,
butt of the joke. So if
yes.
you're doing that, I'm fine with that. Let's bring, if we're gonna talk about him, maybe this could be the segue into him. I would love to have Shannon Sharp on our show because that's all I would be doing. I would be reading him the fuck down all while he was on here. I don't want to hear nothing you got to say.
Speaking of Shannon Sharp, yeah, I think that is a good transition.
Honey, back to the white. If it's white, it's right. Y'all gonna learn.
Hold on one
Mm.
second. Let me get this together. Um, let's see a couple more comments too. Let's see, Nay if the issue
I'm
concern.
gonna ask a question for the people in the chat while you pulling
Okay,
that up. Did
okay.
anybody in the chat? Did y'all think Laverne white boyfriend that we have a picture of? Did y'all think he was fine? Did y'all think he was sexy? I just want to know. Cause there's some. I'm not one of those people that discriminate. I think people from everywhere are beautiful. I am not one of them people. Now that
All
don't
the
mean I
time.
want to do something with you, but everybody is beautiful. I think Asian men, but I think everybody could be beautiful. But that man wasn't beautiful, and
Yeah, we
this
see
bitch
this
he was
stuff.
fucking with one beautiful either.
All right. So we didn't get to have because we didn't have a show since he kicked off of ESPN. I don't think we had the
No, we
loss.
talked about the settlement.
Yeah, the settlement. So I know y'all know the news, like with Shannon Sharp getting dismissed from ESPN now, all this. I got some things to say about that just real quick. While I understand and agree, because like, how are you going to work for Disney and all this happens? I understand that. But at the same time, I'm going to sound like I'm talking out of two sides of my neck, I guess. But at the same time, like, fuck the mouse. That mouse be acting like they are above reproach in everything. That racist mouse and everything that they done did throughout history and the stuff that transpires up in there, at least at my time when I was at ESPN, the stuff that transpired in that building with those executives on them road trips with their wives at home. Yeah. Like I understand, I get the principle and all this around it and the why, but the world just don't make it. It makes no sense sometimes. People try to act like they're above all this stuff, but that mouse ain't shit. That's all. But Miss Lunell,
Um.
oh, go
Oh,
ahead.
sorry. I just wanted to say all that's true what you said, but I'm gonna keep the trend going and continue to not make sense. And I ain't no ways tied. I was so happy when I saw his ass was fired, cause bitch, you thought you was in control of the narrative. Talking about I'm gonna come back. Oh, you telling us what you gonna do? Oh, okay. They showed your black ass. Bye. But the mouth been racist and anti-Semitic and all them things. You ain't lying.
Okay. Oh, oh, hold on.
You
Somebody,
look like Miss
excuse me,
Netta.
Quentin. I'll be right back, Quentin. Someone's at the door.
Okay,
Take
you
over.
fine. I'm about to go on the rant. I'm gonna go on the rant on Shannon. So big as you are, looking like Miss Netta, looking like somebody's shoe, you thought you was gonna tell the people what was happening. After you paid, we're gonna go back to the white hair, blue eyes, not white hair, the white girl with blonde hair and blue eyes. You thought after the white girl with the blonde hair and blue eyes accused you of stealthing her and you paid her $23 million, you thought you was that bad that you was just about to come back onto the TV. That's funny. That is funny to me. This way just goes back to I think sometimes I think because we are gay, we get that we marginalized and we get that the world is not on the platter for us. I think the straight people just forget sometimes that y'all black. I really do. Y'all always be wanting to talk about what some white people doing. Are we not in? I just be so confused. I'm always so confused. Like y'all must didn't read the same books and had to take the Constitution and stuff like I did. Cause I don't even understand why that's ever a point. But the white people don't have to do this. Oh, mm, mm. I can't see none of the comments because I'm ghetto today and I'm on my phone. But my brother Cameron will be back shortly. Make sure you are subscribed to both channels, Quentin Weather Fashion Dog, as well as the Parker's Couch, honey. Project Runway, the new episode comes on tomorrow live on Disney Plus Hulu Friday. We will be reviewing it on Monday. Back to you, brother. I gave a nasty reading while you was gone.
All right.
If you don't know, I
So,
call Shannon Sharp Miss Nada.
as you always do. All right. So, Miss Lunell has some things to say. And I'm curious, we
Oh,
about this because you said you had some thoughts about this. I don't know what they are, so I can't wait. So let's listen.
honey, I'm about to put on my glasses.
Your thoughts on Shannon Sharp getting fired by ESPN after settling his case with his ex?
Goody,
OnlyFans model.
goody. Was that a little worth all that money?
Right.
Oh. See, Shannon Sharp suffers from the same thing that Dennis Rodman suffered from.
What's that?
I'm ugly, but I made it anyway.
Oh, you think Shannon's ugly?
Yes.
But hey, Shannon, he has a really nice
You have to admire his body because he wears his clothes so obviously tight. It's a little sus, if you ask me.
Yeah.
And his little dog.
Wait, he's got a little dog?
He's
Yeah,
got a
remember,
little dog.
he was wearing a mysteriously tight outfit.
First of all, Shannon don't care nothing about me. I don't care nothing about Shannon. I say what I want. Shannon Sharp, we tried to get on your show when he was popular. He didn't want me. Back then, they didn't want me. Now he's losing and he's all up on me. Want me to do the show. I'm not doing it, Shannon.
Oh, talk your talk, Lunel.
I said what I said.
All right. What are your thoughts
All
on
right.
Shannon Sharp?
That was Miss Lunell. Ooh, what did brother? What do you have to say to Miss Lunell?
Now I'm calling Shannon Sharp Miss Netta, so I don't think this Shannon Sharp is cute by any means. But before we even get to him, how did this Rodman get into it?
That was
I
so
don't
weird. And I
and I
think
don't
Dennis Rodman
agree.
is attractive.
Dennis Rodman was fine to me. Now he had a lot of piercings and stuff in his face that he could have took out. I think Dennis Rodman, when he was younger, he was fine. He could have got it for me from me. He had some big old lips. It was giving big. It was giving BDE for me, and I'm
I
sure
agree.
it
He's not
matched.
ugly.
But what we do know for sure is that Lunel ass ain't cute. I think that was hilarious for the lady who just looked like a pair of lashes. That's all. If you told me to describe Lunel, short, fat, she got blonde hair and lashes. I think that was so. Hello, Pop. You have so much nerve.
I am
That
dead.
should. So, and I'm about to sound all kinds of problematic. I could have made a comment like that. I think we could make a comment like that. We are traditionally attractive. She is not traditionally attractive. You had a lot of nerve, Mama. You got a lot of nerve. I like. Oh, she tried it.
Uh,
She tried it.
wait,
Lying, but
all
she
y'all,
tried that.
all y'all
Mm-mm.
in this chat think Dennis Rodman is ugly? Really? He was not an ugly
Bye.
man, especially
He wasn't.
he was not. Y'all caught up in the theatrics and all that stuff. I guess everything, but
Yes. And
he
him
was not.
having no makeup and stuff, he was not ugly at all.
That's interesting. How you feel about her calling him sus? Like, can
I
she?
agree.
You
I
think
don't
she?
know if she can. I don't know if she can, but I agree. And
That's kind of crossing a line to say that vocally, like out, like wow, like ooh,
and the reasons why she said he is suspect, I and Sharp is suspect because he specifically likes young women and white women. That's why I think he's suspect because I think he also like men. But when you fool out line with somebody who way younger than you, and to me, I think the underlying thing is that white women let you get away with more. So that's why he's suspect to me.
yeah.
But she ain't say that.
Well, I thought Miss Lunel was rather funny, and I had a good old kiki
Oh, she
watching.
was. She was. That wasn't a thought in your head. Like I can't believe Lou Neal calling somebody ugly.
That was, but I was not going to vocalize it.
Oh well, sorry. It could look if this what I go viral for, that's fine. I'm
'Cause I don't
prepared to
think Lunel
defend it.
is ugly either. Like I don't think either one of them are ugly. Is such a hard like that's
I didn't
so.
say she was ugly,
No, you
but
didn't.
she definitely ain't cute. I think
She's
more
not.
people than not would call her ugly before they would call her cute.
Yeah, she doesn't have the traditional beauty with what you're saying, and that's
You shape funny.
yeah. But she's just in her feelings with Shannon Knight.
See, do you remember when that lady, Cat Williams, went on the radio show and that lady was trying to play with Cat Williams and Williams went the fuck in on her and how
Yeah.
she was looking funny?
Uh,
Now, I don't know if Shannon Sharp could read, but if Shannon Sharp have a response and he read her down to the ground, I'm not coming to her. If he called her out her name like Snoop Dogg did Gail, I'm not saying nothing because you started with that man. You ain't and Dennis Rodman ain't saying nothing. I'm about to laugh. Mm-mm. You need to
all
leave
right,
people alone. That's the trend
let's
of the
go.
day. Leave people alone.
Let's go to someone else who's catching heat right now. Um, oh, get away, ad. Mr. Trick Daddy is facing
Uh,
some heat after he says he's not into women over 35, calling them damaged goods and too emotional. Nene, she's not gonna give us a cease and desist if we play a clip from her show, is she? She better give us some
who
love.
is who is this, Nene?
Uh-huh. When she interviewed Trick Daddy. Did you
I
watch
don't.
that?
I don't. No, I didn't. You know, I'm not watching this one. I just
I
seen the
watched
clips.
it.
maybe you and one or two other women, right? I'm not attracted to no women over 35 years old.
You're not?
No.
Well, honey, I know you are attracted to me, honey.
But y'all standards are too high. Y'all are too emotional. Y'all are damaged good from past
I am
relationship.
not damaged.
You don't even realize you're damaged. You see, because
Trick Daddy.
I think the trend of the day is audacity from ugly people.
He got the nerve to talk about not being interested in somebody at some point. And then call it women. 35 is such a random age, too. What made him pick 35? Like, just women over 35. You're all damaged. Yeah, you're stuck on past relationships. You're too emotional. Huh? Are the straight men okay? Maybe this is why Shannon Sharp was messing with that young girl, though. I'm starting to think it's a trend. Is this what the men be thinking? And that's why he paid $15 million now after that.
Nothing about Trick Daddy is desirable. Nothing. Nothing. To me, if you are a woman under 35 and you even entertain him, if you kiss Trick Daddy in the mouth, I think just overall, there's some desperation there. Because you could get with a regular man and like he like a toad. He got a sick ailment or illness, and he put cocaine in his blunts. Who wanna date you? You don't even have money like that for real. If you date this man, you are desperate, and if you date him under 35, you slow. Cause you gonna spend up your youth with this. You slow. At least Shannon Sharp got a body and look clean. This man was talking about some woman eat his booty. If you eat Trick Daddy butt, your self esteem is below sea level. I can't. But yes, that's exactly why he wants somebody young, because he wants somebody desperate. Because what woman that got themselves together wants to be with Trick Daddy?
Not a one. Not a one.
Maybe Laverne. Maybe Laverne would be with him.
Oh,
Woo!
oh. I
Mm.
can't even. I don't even know. You can't make it make sense, like at all. At all. I don't know, Q. I ain't got nothing. I just gotta leave that one.
Could Trick Daddy take you to dinner? Just take you to dinner.
Absolutely
Would you
not.
go to dinner with him? Y'all don't
Absolutely.
even think I would let him take me to
I'm
dinner.
gonna look like his
Who
breath
wanna
stink.
look at him?
He got
Yes.
like he stink, breath stink, everything. Like just
He sounded like he said woman at first and then he corrected it the second time and said woman. I can't even have a real conversation with you. Like, I don't care how much money you get.
I child. I don't know what's going on with the world.
But it's women that's going for him clearly because he
Clearly.
tells it in stuff. So this why I am such a big ally for women and just feminine people in general. I am starting to not have my blow up when I hear these crazy stories because these people be willingly going into these situations. So I'm not going to care anymore because you couldn't pay me to do anything with Trick Daddy.
No ma'am. Nope. Because he doesn't want somebody with standards. And for some reason he thinks 35 is that cutoff. I don't know. I don't know why that is, but did I freeze?
'Cause I'm so that age.
Huh? What'd you say?
I said I have standards. I have standards, and I'm under 35. So that's
That's
just
right.
not tracking. That don't make sense.
You can get with
Just say
Trick,
you want a
brother.
bitch with.
Trick Daddy will still be looking for you.
You say you want a bitch with low self esteem, because that's two different things.
Yes. Yes. I wanted to sneak in one last thing on the docket, brother, because I wanted to get your reaction to this. All right. I haven't read much more into it. I just kept seeing the announcements. So I kind of want to see this. What do you think about the news about BET, Hip Hop and Soul Train Awards indefinitely being suspended? How are the people feeling about this out here? In an interview with Billboard, BET president Scott Mills revealed that the two shows are being temporarily put on pause. I would say that it's less about being no longer and more about our team having to reimagine them for this changing media landscape that we find ourselves in. They aren't gone. He did allude that the shows will return via a new format or platforms.
Are you at a loss for words?
It's a loss of words. Like I just see, look, there are some things I just wish. My hope, like I'm just so disgusted by BET and what could have been and what didn't happen, and like of having something for us. But these things are like cornerstones for us, like and our people, like the Soul Train Awards, BET, all this stuff. How do you just like randomly pull them away? Are they pulling away the other shows and reimagining them? I don't think any award show has great ratings nowadays. Like everything kind of has to be reimagined. Maybe the Grammys or something like that still pulls in something decent. I'm not really sure. I would look at that, but I see
Hmm.
the VMAs are definitely still going on in September. I feel like because this incredible DEI push,
Hmm. Hmm.
I feel like those in charge that are truly in charge, because it ain't us, can easily pull these shows and make any
I
kind of
agree.
justification that they want. I just see it as a continual whitewashing that's going on through our country. And I want to tie this into something real quick, and it's kind of relatable, maybe not all the way, but talking with my landlord yesterday because she works in the federal government. She was telling
Hmm.
me about emails they received recently about how anyone, if you think any supervisor, anyone in a supervisory role was hired because of DEI, let us know. And it's a safe space for you to voice this because we're going to support you in that assessment. So it's literally people like black folks that are higher up in a place
Hmm.
that are now people have charged them as DEI hires, and then Jeopardy like losing their job. Sorry, froze. All right, I think I'm back. Yeah, so they're like in jeopardy of losing their jobs and stuff now. And I see this like as a continuation of that. Because why is this being
This
picked up?
is. I agree. And it's funny that you brought that piece up because but it's gonna make what I already was gonna say make even more sense. Can I respond now?
Yes.
I don't want to cut you off.
No, I'm done.
Okay, I will always watch the Soul Train Awards. I will watch the Hip Hop Awards most of the time. I'm not going to say that I watch the Hip Hop Awards all the time, but in my defense, I don't always listen to hip hop, or to be more specific, I don't always listen to male hip hop. And at the award shows, I feel like they feature the male hip hop artists the most. So I'm usually not. I don't care as much. I like female hip hop artists more than I like the men. But I have always loved award shows. Down to the like when I growing up in church, if we we would have service on Sunday nights. And a lot of times award shows, especially the Grammys, the Oscars, the Tonys, they on Sunday nights. Honey, if I had to go to church on a Sunday night and miss an award show, I vividly remember crying multiple times because I was so mad. Like Beyonce is performing, I'm missing the award show. I said that to say, I know for a fact, gays love award shows. So to your DEI piece, if the BET Awards, the Hip Hop Awards, the Soul Train Awards, if y'all ass maybe had started including everybody that was black, not just the black people that you're going to recognize, it probably would get more views than it does. It probably would take in some views like the other award shows do, and actually recognize the people. That probably would have made a difference too. But just
That's a fact.
like you just said with the DEI, the people wanted to vote for Trump them because they was what was in on the headlines was trans. So y'all could vote for the trans stuff or vote against the trans rights. Meanwhile, they throwing in the DEI stuff and everybody about to not have a job. Stupid hoes. That's ridiculous. I didn't know that with the government piece. That's like a witch hunt. This like the people with the Salem witch trial. If I wanted
Yes.
my neighbor next to me land, I'ma say they witches so they can kill them and get their property. Like that's crazy. That's what the people did with the Red Scare, saying people were communists. I can't.
Philly said, "Have you seen they're moving the MTV Movie Awards to CBS?" No, I didn't
Oh
see that.
no.
But they found a
Ah,
way to keep it on, didn't they?
cause who watches that? Who watches the MTV Movie Awards?
Who watches that?
But you see what they did? Not only are they keeping it going, they putting that shit on network TV.
Yes. Y'all, it's crazy. Ooh, another piece, while I'm on that, just because,
I
like,
can't.
she was filling me in with something. This other piece of the government, I could not believe it. Because she's like, no, Cameron, it's in literal emails. If you are in a supervisory position and you are a Christian, you can invite your team members to pray with you. If someone refuses to pray with you, you can write them up because that's not following Trump's agenda. This is literal emails stuff in the government. Y'all, we're in a crazy time.
Yo,
I was
it's the
saying, like,
Handmaid's Tale.
you can't be playing with these
Mm.
people that you have on guests on your shows that are out here supporting this foolishness because it's just a lot of crazy stuff going on out here that just continues to get worse and worse and worse. And it's only been what, 6 months since he's been in office? It feels
And
like it's
I,
been 5 years.
I'm sorry, my server. I think I'm freezing and stuff.
Oh, okay. You there now. Oh, I'm good.
Could you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you now.
They, did you hear when I said it's giving like we in the Handmaid's Tale?
Yes,
This
it
how it
is.
started off. And I this why I say all the time. I really think people just watch movies and watch TV just so they can like talk about it with their friends, and they don't actually think about the messages and what's happening. When Handmaid's Tale came out, I was watching it, and then Trump came into office. I stopped watching that show because I said this is what's happening for real.
It was
Because
too
I
much.
think this before they had actually overturned Roe versus Wade. But I think it was starting. It was the stuff starting to come, and it's exactly what happened in the Handmaid's Tale. They started with the women first. They all the women in the show they seized their bank accounts. Their husbands, you had if you were married or whatever man that was around you, they took your money. This was
Yep.
about to happen, and the women they gonna get the women first, while the women following their husband they getting you first. They getting the women and the trans women, and then they just gonna start with the people of color. They starting with the Latin people. Like I, but y'all was worried about eggs and the economy.
Supposedly. Supposedly, that's what you're worried about. Child, it's a mess. It's a mess.
I
Yeah, but
just I'm ready for the and I told my mama today when we have nuclear war, I just want to go out with the first when the bomb hit Illinois or Chicago, take me out with the bomb. I don't want to be here like I'm on the show Fallout. I don't want to know what the apocalyptic world look like. I'm good.
I don't need to live
Boom.
that.
Mm-mm. Boom, bitch. Boom like a 808. That's what time I was born. Take me out with the bomb. I'm good. Mm-mm.
Absolutely. This has
It's
been
a fool.
a great midweek service, brother. This is our midweek service. Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I don't feel like pulling up the scripture right now because I'm on my phone and I have it on my phone. But just remember the scripture for today. I know this wasn't Bible study. This was the announcements, but we put it together, honey, because we was preaching. We gave y'all some good word, and we was fair and even. But we read from James the second chapter, 1 through 4, honey. Don't have favoritism towards nobody. Cause all of these girls is twisted and oh, just a fool.
Scripture ended up being perfect because yes, don't don't have favoritism to anybody. We got it.
Mm-mm.
Yes, absolutely.
They'll all disappoint you every time.
Well, that concludes our announcements for tonight.
Yes, honey.
Next on the docket, I'm not sure what do we have a good somebody throw in a closing hymnal there in the chat. What's a good closing song for us? But what's next on our docket?
I got a song.
Oh, you got
You want
one?
me to you want me to sing it?
Yes.
I wanna quote my good sisters, Mary, honey. And they say sometimes um what the I forgot what it says, but I'm not running, honey, I'm walking. I don't know what y'all doing over there, but I'm walking. I'm taking my time. We are living in bad times. So while the girls is running, I'm walking. I don't know if the girls know that. It
Okay,
got the
I don't
beat
know
to
that one.
T.I. song. Now why
I don't know that one.
oh it got the same beat as T.I. song. Now why you wanna go and do that? Oh, this one of my favorite Mary songs. You got to play it when we get off of here.
Okay.
Stunning.
Monet,
Stunning.
I know you're not showing up at the end of service. How you doing?
Uh-uh. See? Heathen. Hey sis, hey Monet. I like these discussions. Stunning. See, we're not just a pretty face. We talk about fashion and sports, honey. I have a brain. We went to college. I need my people to be in formation.
That's right. Y'all, we might have to be. Ain't no ain't. Mm-mm.
We can't listen to Amanda Seals. Amanda Seals making up that she autistic because she don't want to take accountability that she an asshole. So we can't listen to her all the time. You know, you got to mix it up.
And she's so she's so stupid. And she's still so busy talking about Obama and what he didn't do. That girl, we got a whole crisis right here in front of us. Can we let it go?
Can I ask you one more question before we close out?
Yes.
One of the trans girls on the panel with Olay and friends, her name was Cat Black. She said, I don't want to date a Republican or a Democrat.
I know.
Well, what you want to date? Who you want to date? You want to date somebody that don't vote? You want to date somebody that vote third party that's just a waste of time and they don't go to nobody? Girl,
Wow. Look,
what's
y'all,
does that make sense to you with the
not at
girls?
all. Because the reality of the situation is, I'm sorry, there's only two sides to choose from. And one side is clearly just racist, fascist, everything else crazy over the moon. Like, the other side might have some issues here and there, but it ain't nothing in comparison. I, People kill me with that.
And one last piece before we close. The girls always are bringing up the Gaza stuff because the girls even brought that up in the Olay and Friends. For the people that voted for Trump, did this make sense?
Did it?
Because I'm not following it, but from what I know, it doesn't sound like what he doing aligns with what y'all be talking about and why y'all didn't vote for Kamala. So do this make sense?
People not as loud anymore about it. You know,
They
they not.
sure not.
They was breaking up any kind of little speaking thing she tried to do, honey. They was breaking it up. They ain't breaking up nothing now.
They talking about Love is Blind now. Not Love is Blind.
Love Island.
Love Island. And then they didn't even vote for that correctly.
Oh, that's funny. They did. Ah, ooh. Oh, that could have been a whole nother discussion.
That's I mean, maybe we maybe you need to join me and we do a Bible study and do because remember I did one on them hoes, but we could do a part two. Oh, you join me on that one. When we talked
Yeah,
about things we learned from Love Island.
yeah,
And this before we knew Amaya Papaya was racist too. So yes, we
girl.
need to do a part two.
But you know what? I am not I'm not shocked. I tell you that. I am not
Me
shocked.
neither. Me neither. The way she was all up there off the face, not at all. Not at all.
Uh-uh.
Is there reunion in this month? Isn't it in
It's
August?
the 25th.
O-
Oh, I think they
Okay,
did or was filming it already, but it's gonna air
let's
the 25th.
let's make a promise to each other that we will do a part two recap on Love Island once the reunion airs. Because I think we don't need to do three. We could just wait till that happens so we could just sum it all up.
And it's some dirty bitches up in the perfect match too. If you watch that and get up into that, the new episodes are coming out August 8th. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's my
it's
bestie's birthday.
oh, is it?
That's Bree's birthday.
Oh, Brie, that's your birthday.
She's August 8th and I'm September 8th.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. Okay.
What do we say?
And we need to the season the season finale of the Gilded Age will be this coming
Oh,
up Sunday.
we are
So
doing
maybe we
something
could
on the
just
Gilded Age. Y'all
yes.
gonna
And
have
a
to
lot
just
of
sit
people are
there.
not talking about it.
Y'all got to sit there and listen and take it. This is our show. We love the Gilded Age. So if
Yes.
y'all not watching, I'm sorry. We're gonna do something on that.
And I wanna bring some of the stuff in the Gilded Age into what's going on in the press.
It's relevant.
Very.
Philly said, I never watched Love Island. What about the Dominican guy talking ish about his black girlfriend? Oh, you talking about Kenny and Janae? Yeah.
Oh, that's from the previous season, right?
Yes. Oh, yeah. That's child. Just I'm mad at myself because people said then, I don't know who was in that camp saying he's not really into her. And I was like, no,
Mm.
I just really he had me fooled. But it don't seem like his family is the issue. It seemed like it's really just him because it seemed like they
Mm.
distance themselves and kind of take up for Janae. But that was a whole mess.
Now we haven't had, I guess, any stories in the news or recent for us to bring this up with the Latin people. Well, I guess what they love life. But the Latin people, y'all have the same problem with that these black people we were talking about tonight have. Everybody is just so colonized, it's ridiculous. Everybody wants to be white adjacent, be having sex with somebody white. Like any way they could be white adjacent, they are going to do it. And that's what we seeing with the Latin people on the data shows.
Send it over. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like it really is what they say. Like insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result because it's the same result every time.
hmm The
Yeah.
girls be thinking they I love Disney, but I do think a little bit of Disney is a disservice to people. I think bitches be thinking they Moana and they Princess Tiana and they highly in the Little Mermaid reboot because they end up with a white prince. Maybe that worked out for the girls in the fairy tale. We didn't even pull up the stories of the black men that have been stabbed literally to death. I can think of two off the top of my head of black men that said black women were disgusting and the white women killed them. So I don't know what fairy tale the people be living in, but y'all need to live in reality and look at history. Mm-mm.
Oh. Child, you know we in the black church because anytime we do the benediction, we start talking about something else, honey.
Okay.
We keep it
'Cause,
going.
ooh, uh, that's why I started do. This why I started the Bible study and we started the church announcement because we don't go to church and a lot of the stuff in church is foolishness, but some stuff makes sense too. And I'm just so weary. It's just so much. We need a bomb and Gilead.
Yes. And yes, Bree, we definitely need to talk about these delusional black women who are going up
Yes.
in relationships. Mm-hmm. Now, it is not that serious. I need people not to be so pressed to get a relationship. It will come. It will happen. Don't be forcing this stuff because then you get this.
If for people watching at home and for black women and black film people, my mother got married the first time in her early 20s, maybe like 25, I would say. And she got divorced in her 40s. My mother got remarried on her 60th birthday. And I know women that's older than my mama that didn't get remarried. You could get it might not happen when you want it. It might not happen in your 30s or your 40s. And you might be 50 and get married for the first time or get a man that makes sense for the first time. But sometimes you might not have the sense, or you don't have no sense. You don't have the discernment to find a man that got some sense. You don't have your life together to be with a man that got it together.
Okay.
So it just happened at different times for people. And then people be wanting what they see another bitch. I'm sure some of Laverne friends maybe saw this man and was like, oh, I wish I had a white man like Laverne. And then lo and behold, he voted against y'all rights. Like,
You know who didn't from the start? We didn't even bring that up earlier in that piece when they talk about Miss Angelica. They said she read.
oh,
I
oh,
totally forgot about that. And they said she read her down. Like
damn.
in the moment she first said she got with this dude.
Did you watch any of
I still
Angelica's
need to
live?
watch her live. I still need to watch that.
Now she had a couple people come that were like viewers that come on. She could have left them off. I didn't I don't know. I didn't really care for their them chiming in. But
Mhm.
Angelica, stunning. And she also said, like even me, I just said I have had an experience where after I'm dating this person, I'm starting to figure out, no, we are not equally yoked. And I got out of it. I ain't one with the bitch for a year. Like, what you talking about?
He was with
She
him
was
for
like,
three
yeah,
3 years.
okay.
But they said she
And
told
just
her in the moment you were sleeping with your oppressor. Like,
period.
uh-uh.
And Angelica said too. I think she said she is dated outside her race. She is went on dates with a man, and then she found out, and then that just be the end of it. I just don't get how somebody's so old. And I also could. It would be different to me if she was in her early 20s or something like that. I could accept it maybe a little more then. But you're not telling me you was 48 and you was okay with that. But this why I go back to Ashanti, because
Yes.
you doing the same thing.
And I should have made it clear earlier too. Like, I'm not saying like dating outside your race isn't possible, that it can
Mm-mm.
happen, stuff like this. But we're like, you don't compromise yourself though in these relationships. Whenever you see the foolishness, you move on. Like, right away, like
Yes.
It's just that simple. But
Yes.
I think it is. I think it does take more work to date outside your race because you need to make sure some things are in order and in check. You need to have those conversations, but it's definitely possible.
But I also like what you just said is a double meaning. You said it takes some work. It takes work to me. Like how Olay said when she dated a white man and he was paying her bills, but them just watching a TV show, everything turned into something. When I
Yeah.
dated a white man, it was so I don't know. I think a lot of the girls that date outside they race, and I also think a lot of the girls that be the only black person in their friend group,
Oh
you
gosh, that bugs.
purposely you purposely take a blind eye to I know these people are doing microaggressions around you. You can't tell me it's
Absolutely.
not happening. You
Absolutely.
just don't care. And if
Yes.
you don't care, you're just a different kind of black person than me. Cause I have dated multiple men that use the T word for trans women. And this is I remember this was my first boyfriend. My first boyfriend, we started dating in 2016. I remember checking him, and I was in my early 20s. That just was never something that I felt was okay. And I'm not even no damn trans person. So I just don't get how people date somebody that just outright don't give a fuck about anything that has to do with your well being. That is crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. For some penis and to have a baby. Ridiculous.
Don't make no sense. Look how Tamar's interracial relationship worked out. Now, if you tell me something is wrong with what's my girl for Love and Blind season Love is Blind season 1, Cameron, my white boy Cameron, and what's the sister name? That's like one of the strongest like black and white couples that I know. Now, if something happened with them, it ain't no hope.
Girl, I
Yeah.
thought Jodie Turner Smith and her man from Dawson's Creek. I was like, oh, maybe they got it together. Nope. We don't know the details, but they ass ain't together. Lisa Bonet and that man, he ain't even white. Nope. She said he was abusive. Like at a point, the girls keep wanting to pull up statistics. Pull up some statistics with these famous people and see how many of their interracial relationships work out. See how many of Holly Berry's worked out. Well, they was calling her a nigga.
Camera. Yes, Brie. And this whole Nicolandria thing bugs me because I'm like, why do people keep trying to force this thing to happen? Like, people stop. Just stop. He's not even that cute. They need to just stop
He
this.
not. And he give me a white person that don't wash their feet and legs. He definitely gives me, I don't wash my feet or my legs. And I use my hand. I'm okay.
I
If
don't
you
see.
date a white person, you need to date a white person that uses things in the shower. If they put soap on their hand, you are with the wrong white person.
Okay. I don't think I ever told you about the white boy I dated for 3 months.
You gonna tell me now,
The
honey?
white boy
Let's
I
just
dated
go
for
to two
3 months.
hours since
And
we here.
I said never again. I think too, because it was like I was just kind of coming into my own and feeling comfortable. And this first person that really kind of expressed interest, like in me,
Mm.
I was like, why not? This is different. Crazy. Like, it was the craziest 3 months of my life. Like, I
Mm-mm.
can't even begin. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Just
What was
alcohol.
one thing that he was doing that was
He's
crazy?
an alcoholic. He had all these other things going on and bringing out.
Mm-mm.
It was just, I was like, oh, this clearly ain't gonna work. Like, there was just no nuance culturally, like in conversation, and like
Mm.
hard. I was like, no, I can't do this. That took me 3 months. Laverne.
Took you three, took me six. We in the months. It didn't take us a year, honey. The white man that dated this dog, and I've been on dates with people of many races, but I've only taken one white person seriously one time. Do you know what he said his favorite movie was, or one of his favorite movies?
What?
Well, actually, two of his favorite movies. Not after he said, I was like, "Oh, this low key is problematic." Just take a guess. I just want one guess.
His favorite movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say. What's the one I'm thinking of? Django Unchained.
Okay. It's not that bad, but you are in the right realm. He
Okay.
he loved the help, and
Love.
he loved the help, and he loved Karina. I had never even seen Karina
I ain't
before,
never
because
seen it.
it's with Whoopi Goldberg, I believe, if I'm thinking of the correct movie.
Oh, yes,
In
yes,
in the white girl that was in Napoleon Dynamite,
yeah,
but this her as a kid. But I
yes,
want to say Whoopi like a maid or something in there. It's
yeah.
something off.
I totally
I
forgot
said,
about
why your favorite movies is black people being made?
That's a problem. Oh my gosh, that's a
But
problem.
every step of the way, I ask questions. I'm not a person that you just say stuff to me and I don't think about it. And I'm a Virgo, so everything can be a thing to me. It's all connected. That's your favorite movie. Not waiting to exhale or something. Like if you gonna like a black movie, it can't be like a cute one. They got to be maids. Oh, okay.
Okay, that's a problem.
Stunning.
Absolutely. Oh gosh. Now we on
But
here
some
wrap.
of the girls are slow.
Go ahead, give me some dinner.
Yes.
This day, oh, it's been a long day, but this was a great end to the day. It's getting dark in my room now, and I ain't going to cut on my lights right now. But this was fun. Thank you,
It
congregation.
was fun.
Uh,
Yeah.
yes, a steady
I feel fed. I think we fed everybody. I, one of our friends, something I did was like, "Oh, Quentin, I learned something." I said, "Honey, every video I post, you should learn something. I don't put a video up and don't give some information. We give information, honey.
we
You're
give
welcome.
information. All right.
Google,
All right, people. See y'all on these YouTube streets.
ring that bell, and yes, we will see you soon."